This is Matt from MGMT Boston. Today, we are in Harvard Square in Cambridge with venture partner Dave Bisceglia from Founder Collective. Dave, thanks so much for having me into the office. What are you and your team building at FC?
Founder Collective, we're an early stage venture firm focused on pre-seed and seed stage investments, and we're generalists. So we invest across categories. If you look at our portfolio here, we were early investors in Uber, in defense companies like Shield AI, and even CPG companies like Smalls.
Yeah. Now, as you look back upon 2025, a pretty wild year in technology, what were some highlights at Founder Collective as we now race into 2026?
Yeah, it was a big year for us in 2025. More than 25 investments here in Boston, New York, and on the West Coast, and internationally. We made investments in Canada and Israel and South Africa. Another big change for us in 2025 is our founding partner, Eric Paley, was appointed to the Secretary of Economic Development for the state of Massachusetts. And we couldn't be more proud of him, but also so fortunate as a Commonwealth to have someone with his values and founder-first mindset in that role.
Yeah, totally, and I echo that. Now, as we think about 2026, what are some of the things you're excited about? Where are you going to be spending your time? What would you share with the community?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to continue investing and backing great founders, supporting our portfolio companies, and this year we had over 50 events for founders and community in the Boston area, New York City, and we're going to invest in doing even more of that this year. Matt, we'd love to partner with you on that as well.
Yes. Now, you've learned so much, obviously, from a founder to an executive in sort of a late stage, almost public company. Now you're a venture partner here at Founder Collective. What are some of the things you learned stepping into this role that you would share with other founders, other folks who maybe are thinking about getting into venture investing, or just builders in general, about sort of what it takes to succeed and grow?
Yeah, so I've learned a ton, honestly, through the founders I'm engaging with on a daily basis. It's one of the great things about this gig. But in terms of general lessons for founders that could be helpful, I'd say don't chase valuations at the early stage. And I think due to current market dynamics, we're seeing a lot of founders really chasing valuations at the pre-seed and seed stage, and that can be a trap. Right? Raising too much too early, it can set these outsized expectations for you when you're going to raise that next round, and it also limits your optionality. Definitely recommend practicing capital efficiency early on. That's a big mantra for us here at FC, and it gives you the flexibility to pivot, adjust, and even walk away if you don't find product market fit. So yeah, that flexibility early on usually leads to better outcomes for founders. And another lesson that I actually picked up from our partner Dave Frankel is the founder's edge is much more important than the initial idea. And if you look at our portfolio, a lot of our top performing companies, they pivoted multiple times after we invested. And the thing that remained constant was that founder's edge, which is their hard-earned insight, right? Or unique perspective that they picked up along the way, or even just a unique go-to-market advantage. So definitely want to challenge founders to think through what's your edge as a founding team before you set out to raise seed capital.
Yeah, I think that's really good advice. And last but not least, how can we help you in this new role? How can we help Founder Collective grow here in Boston and well beyond?
Yeah, I mean, Boston's so important to us, and if Boston grows, we grow. So Matt, the work you're doing at MGMT Boston, the work Ryan Durkin's doing with the AI Coalition, spotlighting founders, building here, telling Boston's story, it's so important, and we definitely want to support there in any way we can. We've got multiple portfolio companies here in the Boston area that are actively hiring, from Whoop to Suno to Patrol, and you can see the full list on our website. And lastly, we're always looking to just connect with exceptional founders in the Boston area.
Yeah, build a startup, join a startup, or if you can't do one of those two things, tell a friend. This is Dave Bisceglia from Founder Collective, Matt from MGMT Boston on this episode of Lantern. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, Matt. Appreciate it.